My guide to love. The only show you ever need to watch.
This episode is a guide to Singlish. I am Singaporean. I am born and bred here, have been living here for 30 plus years. So Singlish is kind of like a slang. We kind of have our own accent, which is really strong. We use certain words that other people may not understand. A lot of these funny words that we use are borrowed from the languages that are spoken in Singapore, like Malay, Tamil, Chinese, and all the other like Mandarin dialects. So if you're a foreigner watching this, today you'll be learning the basics of Singlish. So one of the key features of Singlish is that sentences or words are often shortened. I guess Singaporeans do this because it's just a more efficient way of getting your message across, or maybe we're just lazy. So for example, never mind becomes never mind. I don't want it becomes don't want. Excuse me becomes excuse. Like that becomes like that. Another key feature about Singlish is that the sentence structure is often just directly translated from Mandarin. So if, for example, you wanted to know the time, instead of saying, "What is the time now?" in proper Queen's English, you say, "Now what time?" because that's translated from Mandarin, 现在几点? Another feature of Singlish is that we love to repeat words for effect. For example, you ask a Singaporean, "May I take this?" The Singaporean would reply, "Take, take, just take, 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 take." Another key feature of Singlish is that we tend to be very lazy and we tend not to complete the word. So the end of the word is probably just dropped. If you want to say act with the T, right? Singaporeans would just say act. If you want to say find, you would most likely say find. It's really difficult for me to say find. It sounds really pretentious, like I'm really up my own ass. Next, the top 5 essential Singlish words that you have to learn. The first one is quintessential to all Singaporeans, which is L-A-H, la. What la means? Nothing. It means nothing. It's a little bit like saying, "This is the best shit, yo." You know, yo, what does it mean? Yo doesn't mean anything. It's just to make a sentence sound a little bit more casual. So instead of saying, "I can," which is like a very serious answer to somebody and it's not casual and friendly, you say, "Can nah." The next word is ayo, and Singaporeans love to use this word as a kind of exclamation for something that usually isn't very positive. For example, "Ayo, why so expensive?" It's like, what? Why so expensive? For example, if you spilled something, you can say, "Ayo, spill." So the next word is one of my favorite words to use all the time, and it is xiao. It simply means crazy, and usually it comes with this hand action to the temple. Wow, she's over there eating her underpants xiao ah. Next word is xian. Most of the time it can mean like bored, or that you're feeling restless or defeated. If you say, "How was your exam results?" the person will reply, "Aiya, all C lah, xian." Singaporeans also love to say "walao which is an exclamation that doesn't really mean anything also. It's a bit of disbelief or shock. Usually at something that's not good, you would say, "Walao park I way out of the line." If I'm walking outside and then I'll just be like, "Walao why so hot today?" If you are learning a foreign language, obviously you have to learn the curse words. Most of these curse words are in Hokkien. Hokkien is a Chinese dialect, and as you can see, I dropped the T. I didn't say dialect. I say dialect. You understand, can already. In Singapore, a lot of the curse words vary around genitals or your mother or your father. So it's like a creative mix of that. So I'm wearing a t-shirt that says NBCB. It means nabe jibai, which means your father's vagina. One of the variations of NBCB, nabe jibai, is chao jibai. It means smelly vagina. Or another variation of that could be pua jibai, which is cavernous vagina. Or you can pua chao jibai, which means a smelly cavernous vagina. Oh gosh. So if you're a foreigner in Singapore, you probably don't want to go around saying the word "cibai" everywhere because it's kind of rude. It's a bit like saying "cunt" in a public place. People are going to be pretty offended. Yeah, but most of the time Singaporeans are very unconfrontational, so most likely they'll just record you with a smartphone and post you on the internet. Next one is kanina, which means like "fuck your mother." This one can be paired with "tao cibai." As Singaporeans love to abbreviate, we call it KNBCCB. It means kanina bu tao cibai, fuck your mother smelly vagina. The next one is kanasai, which isn't that rude. It just means like shit. If you go to a restaurant and it's disgusting and not up to your standard, you can tell the chef, "Hey, your food kanasai." That's if you want to fight. So lastly, I'm going to be teaching you some basic sentences that you can say in Singlish. So for example, if you want to say "where's the nearest toilet," you can just say "toilet where?" So if you want to say, can you give me a discount? You can say, hey, cheaper lah. For example, you're at the food store and you want to get some of our Singaporean chicken rice, which is very famous, you know, something you definitely should try when you come to Singapore. If you want to say 2 packets of chicken rice to go, please, you can instead say 2 packet chicken rice, tapao. And tapao means to pack and take home. So these are for the guys out there. If you want to say a Singaporean girl is really pretty, instead of saying, wow, you're so beautiful, you can say, wow, you damn chill. The girls confirm love. So we've come to the end of the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed learning some Singlish from me. But before we go, listen to my voice and let your mind go blank. At the count of 5, I will snap my fingers and you will follow exactly as I say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will now turn on your phone and download the Clicknetwork app. After downloading, you might as well go to paypal.com and transfer some money to xiaxue@gmail.com. And you will not report this to the police. Seriously, I'm very scared of this thing hitting my nose. Okay, seriously, thanks for watching guys. Go and download it, please.